Good morning, it's Saturday the 7th of February 2015. Just seems to be away with the fairies there, so it's a bit odd, isn't it? In this video I'm going to run through my open positions, have a look, see how they're doing. So enjoy the journey along with me, doing it in alphabetical order, starting with a company called Amara Mining, who I bought back last summer and whose share price has been a bit of a roller coaster since then. They've been up, they've been down, they've been up, they've been down the past 2 or 3 weeks. So they are below their MA50, which is a bit of a pest. You can see where my stop loss is down here. Looking forward to them going back up. They're a mining company, of course. The range at which they're trading in seems to be narrowing, and I think that ultimately they will go up again, but we shall see. BTG, which is a pharmaceutical company, has largely been flatlining since I bought it, and you can see that this week it went down a bit. Don't like this sort of candle. Looks like there's been a lot of downward pressure on the price. Will it fall? Will it stall? I don't know. So my stop loss is essentially down here, just below the MA50. I've been moving it up gradually, and will continue to do so. Sugar has gone down a bit. So you can see where I bought it. This wasn't a trend trade. I thought this was turning around and bought it about here, but it's gone down again. Wheat, however, has gone up a little bit this week. Wheat poked its head up through the MA50 here. I set a stop loss below this low back in September, and pretty much the week after I bought it, it started to fall quite heavily, and but this week it seems to have jumped up quite a bit. So it had gone down to a price of about $1. Now it's this week climbed up to $1 and sort of 6 cents. So quite a sort of 6% improvement. So that's good. Hopefully things will turn around, but we shall see. Fresnillo, which is the world's largest silver miner, I bought here. It went up, and this week it went down again. So the price of gold has fallen, and silver tends to mimic the price of gold, possibly in a slightly exaggerated way. So, but again, things are sort of narrowing out. As to open up the graph here, you can see how things have been up and down, and it sort of seems to be vacillating in a channel here. So it may be a good time to buy, perhaps if it drops down below here, but of course that wouldn't be trend trading, that would be sort of range trading, and that's not what this site is all about. Of course, I have to keep reminding myself of that because it's so tempting to do something completely different. Grainger, which is a property company, my stop has been hit, and this position has closed. Grainger was falling, and I shorted it here as it fell through the MA20, having come back up from a low back in October of last year. As it came down here, I saw that as a good time to go short, and I sold to open down here, and since then it's just gradually gone the other way, and this week its price went up through the MA50 and went up through my stop loss, and so the position has closed, and so that's been a losing trade, but it's lost a fixed amount, an amount that I calculated that I could afford to lose if things went the wrong way. So I hadn't bet the whole farm on it, and some trades don't work out. That's the way that this sort of trading goes. What I do is all about money management. It's just to put a certain amount on each trade, and that's why I do one trade per week, and just keep it at a modest amount. The Netherlands has not done much this week, really. In fact, interesting sort of doji type candle here with a long wick at the top here, which suggests downward pressure. Surprisingly for a continental Europe ETF, because quantitative easing, one would have expected this ETF to have risen. Other European ones have, but the Netherlands one hasn't, and it's down. So I think this trade is actually in profit. You can see where my stop loss is. If it goes up to there, it's all over. But this week it has come down a little bit from last week, so that's good for me. Man Group's fallen back a little bit. This has been an amazingly good trade for me. You can see where I went long Man Group here, and I moved the stop loss to break even. Once the MA50 comes up to that level, I will use the MA50 as the stop loss. But this week it fell back a little bit. I'm tempted to move the stop loss, up significantly again. But I'm not sure. It could fall down, but then come back up again. If I open up the graph of Man Group, this is a share price that has come down from a massive high up here, and still potentially got a long way to go. It's at £1.75. It was up at £7 back in 2007, and so just to save this amount and maybe get stopped out at 160. If it were to continue up further, it would be a shame. So I think I'll probably give it plenty of room to breathe. I'll just I'm on a no loss stop loss at the moment, and once the MA50 comes up here, I will just use that. I need to be patient, so I need to remind myself of that. Telecity has gone up this week, which is great. This trade's in profit. I bought in here. The next week it fell down, came down quite a bit, made me nervous, but it's gone up again, and I still am using the MA50 as my stop loss, so that will just go on inexorably. So you can see how Telecity has done well. It fell back, and now it's rising back up again, and I'm hoping to benefit from that. Victoria Oil and Gas has done well this week. It's actually now in profit, this trade. This has been very up and down, so all over the place. It nearly hit its stop loss at the end of last year, and then rebounded right back again, and even then has been down again, but this week has come back up. So it's been quite a roller coaster with VOG. I've got a wide stop, and will continue to have a wide stop for some time until it stays in profit, and not going below the MA50, at which stage I will use the MA50 as the stop loss. But there's no point doing that at the moment, because you can see it may well come back down below the MA50 in the short term, so there's no point getting bounced out of the trade. Wincanton has done well this week. Massive variation in its share price actually this week, so at one point it was looking a bit dodgy, but has come up again, so there we go. That's Wincanton, and didn't finish quite as high as the previous week, but things are looking good, and I'm using the MA50 here as the stop loss. So I think that's there's another one. So and this was last week's trade. So if you remember, this was the trade that I talked about in the blog, and I've bought into Workspace Group. I've gone long Workspace, and I think the price has gone up in the week, so I think the trade's in profit. Bit of a doji candle there, which generally reflects kind of indecision in the markets. And then I did talk in my blog post about how this has done very well. I mean, obviously it was massively good back here up in 2007. It was up at over £35. So you could say that its current price at about £8 represents very good value. But I guess even so, it's been doing very well since 2009. So that's a sort of a 6-year period. Is this a peak? I mean, there's quite a lot of indecision there, but if I look back through, there are plenty of similar type candles, really sort of weeks of indecision, but it seems to be going up. It's trending upwards. I can't tell where it's going to go from here, of course, but essentially it's going gradually upwards, and I'm hoping just to benefit from that. So my stop loss is below the MA50 here, and I will just notch that up a little bit each week, and hope that as the weeks go by it does okay. So we'll see. There we go. Those are my open positions. So I hope you found that interesting. Some things are doing well, some things are not doing so well, and Granger has gone. In fact, I guess to generalise, property is doing better than I thought it was going to do. I was certainly a property bear hence my shorting of Rightmove, which got stopped the previous week, and now Grainger has been stopped out. But I guess I've gone long property now with Workspace Group, although I guess that's largely commercial property. So I guess things go up, things go down, and things that go down can then go up again, and things that are going up can then go down again, and that is the challenge. Is trying to ride the escalator one way and take the escalator down the other way, and get off at the right times. It's an inexact science. In fact, it's not a science, it's an art, a black art. So there we go. Have a great week, and I'll catch up with you next week. Okay, bye.